Hey everyone, sorry I haven't filmed in a very long time. I've been super busy, and here's my baby girl. I'm actually in my office space, so that's what's going on in the background, but I wanted to quickly get on camera and give you all an update on what things going on. So in my last video I posted that Scarlett is on a raw diet. Basically what that consists of is feeding her all organic and preparing the food at home. There's many beneficial things to it. I'm not saying that, all dogs are in bad health because of dry food or canned food. I'm not, anybody to say that. But in my research over, past a year or less, I've really been looking into feeding her something different. In some videos I had mentioned that she wasn't full, or she was going into the garbage, or just something was going on that wasn't filling her up, and I honestly wasn't happy with that. Like, that's not how I want my dog to be living. So I knew that it wasn't filling her up, and all of a sudden also she started to lose weight within the past, I would say, 5 months. She got really thin, and she was eating the same dog food. We changed it up, and it wasn't good for her. Into looking into the food and what option I could give her, I saw that basically anything that is canned or dry food is processed, it's old, it's not healthy. Quite frankly, for humans, we, instead of eating let's say chips or fries or something, we should be having fruits and fresh vegetables. Like, that's what it comes down to, eating organically and as healthy as possible. And the same rule applies for our pets, for our animals. I know that maybe having this sort of diet is not something really, something that we have in our hands that we can afford to do or have the time to do, and that's, perfectly understandable. But if we tweak things here and there, it can help and be super beneficial to our animals. I started feeding Scarlett a raw meat, and Achilles and Frida and my whole little tribe of animals just fresh food and organic and raw. And I have seen such an improvement. She's so much more healthier. She's more playful. Right now she's super calm because she's here with me. But she is so much healthier and energetic, and she's back to acting like a puppy. She's playful again. For a while she would just kind of like lay there, and she wasn't the same dog I used to know. But now I've seen such an improvement on her. Her fur is really, really soft and shiny. But she's been on this diet for about a month to almost 2 months, and I've seen an improvement. It's pretty quick. I've had her since she was a puppy, and so I know her health. I know how she acts and how she is. Like I always say, if you do think about doing something like this, is always consult your vet. Another beneficial thing to them having a proper diet now is that I know how much intake and consumption they are having. In the wild, animals, they hunt, they kill, or they feed freely as need be. But these dogs are smaller, and dogs, that are adapted to a home environment do need to be on a diet. You do need to have a routine for them to keep them healthy in the long run. You cannot just be letting them, eat at any time. It's like for us humans, like we cannot be eating from, like, say 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, eating all day just because we feel like it. No, that's obviously going to make us gain weight. It's going to deteriorate our health, and it's not going to help us improve in any shape or form. That is why I keep my dogs in their routine, and I know exactly how much they eat in the morning and in the afternoon. Even at that, wild animals may feed even once a week or twice a week, depending on how much consumption they need or how much fat they're burning. For small dogs like her, Scarlet, or my Yorkies that are energetic, that are playful, that go inside and out, that do play with my kids, then they do need to consume a little bit more food. I mean, it's like us humans. We stay active. Obviously, we're going to be a little bit more hungry, but the choices here is that we're giving ourselves healthy food, and in the case of our pets, we're providing them with something that is healthy for them. There's a research study that was done also on dogs. They fed one set of dogs dry processed food from a bag, and then in another group they fed them all natural, healthy, raw diet food. And they did this research for 15 years. Obviously, by 15 years, the group that had already been eating, the processed dry food or canned food, they had a lot of health issues, or they died within that time frame. And the ones that had been eating a raw, more natural, organic food diet were actually healthier, and their life was even prolonged, and no cancer, no major health issues were coming, such as joints, arthritis. Basically, we're acting like a young dog, which is completely amazing. I know a lot of vets don't go into detail about speaking about these types of foods or options, because in reality, they might have a deal with a company, or they might have an agreement, or just something is being provided and given, and obviously that is the most accessible sort of consumption that you can provide for your pet. So naturally, that is just what is recommended. But in reality, that is not what is the best for them. The best for them is to eat as natural as possible, the same thing as us humans deserve to eat and have. We want to stay healthy, then that is what we need to do for our pets as well. Providing them a healthier lifestyle, keeping them on a routine, feeding them the adequate portions is wonderful. And also in the long run, the digestive system is able to process this food a lot quicker. Right now that she is on this raw diet, in all sincerity, she poops a lot less. Usually to process, a heavy balanced food, it would take a whole day, 24 hours, maybe even more for the bag or a canned food. But right now when she's on the processed food, it actually takes 6 to 8 hours, which is a lot less. I mean, that is quite a bit of a change. So that is just some of the things that I've learned with my dogs. And I've always stressed this in all the videos and in every comment and every little single thing is always consult your vet before you do this. If you don't feel comfortable with the response your vet gave you, or you don't feel comfortable with, just something, there's other vets out there. There's other ways of getting information from someone. I am not a veterinarian. But what I've learned in my studies, what I do with my pets is what works with my dogs and may not work for yours. So always ask. And that is about it. Like I said, my dogs have morning and afternoon routines. Their water always obviously gets frequently changed, cleaned. Their bowls do need to get washed after every feeding, because obviously you are feeding them something raw, and it can get contaminated. So my best advice is, if you're interested in a raw diet and improving your dog's health, like this is what has worked for my dog. And obviously, like I said, consult with your vet. Ask them questions, Sometimes, it can be a little bit intimidating. That's how I used to feel when I would go with them. I would feel pressure, I had to do this, and this is the best option, and this is that. No, that's not always the best case scenario. There's a lot of things right now that vets will tell you, oh, well, your dog has heartworms, or your dog has this, has that, and they want to just give him medications. They want to give him treatments. And in reality, you do not know the outcome of what may happen. So you always want to make sure that you have a relationship with your veterinarian, and that you're able to discuss your options and know that they are open to possibly changing what they already are on. My dogs still are on heartworm preventative measures. They still get treats here and there, but we just choose to go a more natural route with their main diet. I briefly wanted to go into this because a lot of people do not know anything about this, and there are a couple of movies. I think there's even one on Netflix. I haven't personally seen it. I think it's called. If y'all have any questions or anything, let me know. Like I said, this is just some of the basic reasons why pets, in the longer I can keep them alive, the healthier and the more parasite and less obese, and just, you know, with more longevity to their life, I'm all for it. And this is an option that worked great for my dogs. So here's my spoiled baby. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a great one. And Scarlett's into love. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.